Hey, yo, I'm going to get straight to the point, man. This message is to my brother, Hassan Campbell. Yo, shout out to you, man. Assalamu alaikum. So you said something in the video. You said that there's no difference between a colonizer coming into like Harlem and, gentrifying shit, taking over stuff, right? So when you implied that, I'm only assuming that you're implying that Joe and Jada would be colonizing the internet. So let's keep it a buck. Most podcasters have spoken about, like your boy, what's that nigga name? What's that boy name? Fuck, I forgot the nigga name, but it come to me later. It's a lot of podcasters that mention hip hop artists, and they started their career offering content about hip hop artists. So actually, it's a give and take. So to defend the hip hop, like hip hop is podcast now. Podcast is hip hop. Reason why podcasts always been hip hop is because when lyricists are rapping and singing and doing what they do on a record, they speaking, they poets. So poets can talk about shit on the record. They talk about what's going on in the song, right? So when they talking about stuff that's going on in the song, they also talking about stuff that's going on podcasts. So when a podcast don't rap, don't sing, don't write no songs, and they only talking about content, they're usually getting in contact, typically, not all the time, but typically, a lot of things that's happening within the hip hop community, especially when 6ix9ine situation happened. The internet went crazy. Man, podcasts were talking about him and his situation in the streets, whatever he was affiliated with at the time. They talk about things with Joe Buttons. Whenever Joe Button had issues, before he even jumped on the podcast, they were talking about him. As soon as Joe Button started doing podcasting as well, he started bringing it to the light. Joe Buttons is one of the main artists to bring podcasts to life and making it more popular. You know what I'm saying? As far as a transitioning from hip hop to podcasting. So you can't say they colonizing anything necessarily because they are poets, they are speakers, they talk, they've been talking for years. So when it comes to like Joe and Jada doing their own podcast, salute to them. I hope it works out. I hope they have fun doing it as well. It is to me, it is a different match. I would have expected like a Joe and a freaking yo, why am I missing people's names? It would have been dope to see like a Joe and oh my God, like rest in peace, Irv Gotti. Irv Gotti talks a lot. Rest in peace to him. And Joe talk a lot. That was two energies in the room talking stories. That should have been dope. Or someone like that. Or even where's my man? I can't believe I'm listing names right now. But you know what I'm saying. Like there's certain people that speak, and when they speak stories and express stories, what happened in the hip hop game or what happened in general, you can kind of see it. When people talk about the story, you can hear it and see it. Now Jada, he's a wordsmith, like he's an artist. So I feel like we haven't seen enough podcasting. We've seen a lot of interviews, but we haven't seen a lot of podcasting from Jada. Now Jada can tell a story too. Like he's good at describing something, but he's so more chill and mellow. You dig what I'm saying? He's so more like relaxed. So I'm curious of that energy, how that would be. So that's why I think they would do. I still think they would do well. But my preference would have been a little bit more like two loud talking people who knows how to talk over each other sometimes. You know why? Because the viewers is like, yo, why you don't let that nigga talk? Stop cutting him off. And you get that's how you start getting the views. People typing in the comments, leaving whatever they gotta leave and saying what they gotta say. The bottom line is to Hassan, it's a beautiful thing, bro. I hope they come on your podcast. I hope they invite you on their podcast so you can cross market. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be dope. I hope all of y'all win. Real talk. But the Joe and Jada, that sounds interesting to find out what they're going to speak about. I'm pretty sure they're going to talk about a lot of same stories they already been speaking about first and then probably indulge into other things. I'm very curious to find out what that is. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to stay tuned and support and be there for Joe and Jada. Salute to the Kings. You know what I'm saying? They both legends in their own right. They've been doing it on their own right. So, all we can do is sit back and relax and just check it out. But I don't think they colonizers. That's my whole reasoning why I wanted to do a skit on here. colonizers a little strong, you know what I'm saying? Because they've been publicly, aware, we've been aware of them for decades now. And respectfully, you know what I'm saying? Hassan, you haven't been out that long to be like, yo, they colonized or something else. Nah, these dudes been interviewed on radio stations for years. You know what I'm saying? No, they didn't have a podcast, but they've been on radios, they've been on speaker, talking on stage, or whatever have you. So I think it's right for them to be in that space to start their own podcast, just like Joe Buttons did. He started his own joint. God bless him in his journey, and there's many other people doing it. I know T.I. was trying to do it for a short period of time. Don't know why he stopped, but I guess he found a bigger bag somewhere else. So I guess it is what it is. But T.I. had a dope show too. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to T.I. You know what I mean? But I don't think that's kind of like, I honestly think that if you know you accomplish certain things, you should never be limited just to doing one thing. Like, nigga, I'm a rapper, so that's all I'm supposed to be doing, rapping, nigga. I can't switch up. I can't like other things and talk about other things. So we can't keep putting limitations on our own people. That's corny. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be saluting them and it's encouraging them, and that's it. If anything, tell them niggas to come on your show and meet up together and do a sit down. That would have made more sense. Yo, Hassan, reach out to these brothers, start crying about stuff. Reach out to these brothers, let them know, yo, you welcome to my platform. Let's do a sit-down table. Let's talk about something, blah, blah, blah. But you probably dissed them, so I don't know the story behind that. I don't know the whole story behind that, King. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with bigging each other up and encouraging each other. The algorithm, it's going to see that. So once you start sharing people's names and shit, it should fly. You dig? Anyway, it's the boy, the BOE, the Book of Eli. Said my 2 pennies, my 2 cents. And yeah, man, can't wait to see the Joe and Jada podcast. Tune in, locked in, you dig? Lock in, post it, repost it, like the subscribe button. Get on it. Peace.